Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome, everyone. Back again to another stream here. Welcome, everybody. Yeah, I think we're good. Hello. Hi. How are things? How are we doing this evening? But welcome. We are here talking about some Dragons Rising season... What season are we on? Season 3, Part 2 spoilers. Really quick, streaming schedule is as follows here. Trivia every Thursday, all that good stuff. And by the way, before we begin, this stream will contain spoilers. This is the Spoiler Talk live stream. Spoilers will, in fact, be in this stream. stream, believe it or not. And let's switch over to all of these spoiler images, because fun. Awesome. Yeah, so we're just here talking about spoilers, anything that you guys want to talk about surrounding Season 3 Part 2. Everything is fair game for this stream. Usually we have like a spoiler ban, or at least we will for the next week or so. But this stream, gloves are off. Everything is fair game. So how are you guys doing? Hopefully you guys are excited to talk about some Season 3 Part 2 spoilers and stuff. Give me a second. I'm going to turn on my light so I can hear better. There we go. Perfect. I also have my coffee so I can hear better. I don't know. No, I have coffee because I'm tired. I need that little caffeine boost to get me through the rest of this evening. So how you guys doing? What do you want to talk about? What things about Season 3 Part 2 intrigued you? What do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about? Ooh, was watching the live stream on Lego's channel. Turns out they did not add Season 3 Part 2 after all. Did they seriously not? Hold on, I gotta go check. I need to check. That is so dumb. Why would they not add it? It's out. Yeah. What? They just, yeah, they're on Season 1 right now. That's insane. I thought for sure they were gonna add the Part 2 episodes. Apparently not. We also have a super chat here from Nat Christmas, $5 super chat. Want to know why Cole's soul looked different than the other souls? Is it because he might be part ghost? I did notice that, yeah, while watching one of the episodes. I forget which one. One of the episodes, yeah, Cole gets hollowed and his soul is a different color. Looks a little different. Could be elemental. I'm not sure. Did we see any other elemental masters get hollowed at all, or was it just Cole? Like, I know we saw Gandalaria and other characters get hollowed, but any other elemental masters? I mean, Morrow, but he's not elemental anymore. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe it's because he's elemental. Could be part ghost too, you know? Could totally be. Just Cole. That's what I thought, but just had to make sure. But thank you once again, Nat Christmas, for the $5 super chat. I might save that topic more for another video at some point down the line, you know, kind of think about it a little bit more, elaborate on my thoughts or whatever, what have you. But good question, absolutely. Yeah, only Cole got hollowed. Why was it just Cole? What the heck? Where's Morrow now? We don't know what exactly happened to Morrow. I did post a video earlier today talking about something that Doc Wyatt said. Basically, long story short, we just have to wait and see. But he didn't say specifically that Morrow was dead, you know? He also didn't say specifically that he was alive. So, guess it's up in the air until we, you know, maybe see Season 4. I would love it, though, if... so you know how Lloyd and Morrow... Or not Lloyd and Morrow. Lloyd and Aaron. You know how they are in that weird jungle realm, you know? Wouldn't it be cool if Morrow showed up, kind of hung out with them for a little bit? Oh, yeah, he's already dead, but if he was even more dead, you know? Like, if he moved on, if that makes sense. Because he's kind of just hanging out in the ghost lands, you know? Just kind of guiding other dead folks, but is he dead now? Did he move on, or is he still around? Who knows? We will just have to wait and see. Why are they in that Jumanji game? You mean the jungle realm that they showed up in? I did see a theory. It's a theory that I kind of like. The theory is that realm is actually the Never realm. Obviously, it's not snowy. Then again, was the Never realm truly that snowy? Maybe it's summer in the Never realm. I kind of like that idea. Might do a video about that at some point. I've seen that floating around comment sections and on Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. As I take a sip of my coffee. What else? You need to talk about Lee. All right, let's talk about the man, the myth, the Lee, the legend, if you if you will. The legend. What did you guys think about Lee? And I think for the sake of this question, I'm going to put a little poll in the chat. What did you think of Lee in the land of Lee. There's something probably to see. We also have a super chat here from Holly. 1 second there. We will talk about that here momentarily. As we let this poll run, oh wait, hold on. I'm going to say, did you like Lee? Did you like Lee? Ye or nah? Yeah, that's good. Very high IQ poll we got going here. Did you like Lee? Ye or nah? Holly donates $4.99. Thank you, Holly. Holly says, I think the monster Lee had might be from the land of monsters. I think you might be right. I think it's one of those Dreamgiver things that the ninja found in season 2 in the caves, in the Phantasm Cave. Looks like the same monster, maybe the same species, if not the exact same like model. So yeah, definitely, because I think those were already confirmed to come from the land of monsters, right? So I think you're right in saying that. Thank you once again, Holly, for the super chat, though. Appreciate you. How we feeling about Lee? Lee was not being a good neighbor. No, he was not. He was about as bad of a neighbor as you can be. Love Lee. He's a silly goober who just wanted a friend. I mean, he's also kind of a psycho, but I get where you're coming from. Lee was not being a good neighbor. Lee's hairline, oh, it's better than mine, so I can't be trashing Lee's hairline. Let's see, a couple of comments about Thunderfang too. Yeah, I'll be on record again. I think Lee is a better villain than Thunderfang. I got some beef with Thunderfang after season 3 part 2, not gonna lie. I do have a video coming out either tomorrow or the next day, pretty much ranting about the villains of Dragons Rising season 3 part 2, so that's gonna be a fun upload. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like a horror movie. That's how it was for me too, you know, watching Lee, because he's just a lunatic that puts people down in the basement and lies to them about how you can't leave the basement. Like what? Is that not scary? I think it's scary because it's real, you know? Like, you don't see these weird storm dragons out in real life, but you do see people, you know, sticking people in basements and being like, hey, the world's over. Can't go outside, you know, trust. You do see that in real life, so that's why I think Lee is such a scary villain, because he's so real. And he looks like a normal guy too. Of course he can duplicate, yeah, that's like his whole thing, right? Oh my god, I was watching season 3 part 2 with Kat, right? As soon as Lee duplicated, she's like, nuh-uh, nope, not doing that. That was funny. Smash or pass Lee. I don't know, he's not really my type. Might have to pass. Let's see, what else? Yeah, what I like about Lee is the whole premise of him just having like a whole realm to himself. Like, that just fascinates me, right? Like, one of the realms out there before the merge was just like one guy. I mean, sure, he could duplicate himself, but he's still one guy. Oh, Kat also did ask. We haven't gotten to this episode yet. She did ask if you kill one of the Lees, do all the rest of them die? And I was like, might want to hang on to that question. You know, I pulled a Doc Wyatt. Hold on to that. You might see something like that in the future. Let's see. Reminds me of a story of a man who kept kids in his basement. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. He's just like a lunatic that keeps people in the basement, you know, to try to make this perfect little society. I will say, the one thing about the Land of Lee that I didn't like is the stupid mech dragon that just kind of shows up and, you know, is out of place. Definitely just an instance of, oh, we don't know how to advertise the set, so I don't know, just shove it in the Land of Lee. Who cares? Let's see. Yeah, I don't think Lee's duplication is elemental. Yeah, it reminded me a lot of Figment, absolutely. It can't be elemental. Might just be something that he can just, you know, do just because. Just for funsies. Probably not like an elemental power. Would have been kind of cool if he did have that power, though, you know? Almost wonder if there was some behind-the-scenes junk where maybe Lee was going to be the Figment master, but then things changed. Who knows? Can't say for sure. Are we gonna ignore Frack's in love moment that lasted 10 seconds? Oh, yeah, the moment that, made the episode grind to a screeching halt there. Like, what an awkward conversation that was, Like, he could have just had the moment. We didn't need the conversation after. It was just kind of a waste of time, in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, we do have rumors of season 4 elaborating on the Frack and Sora dynamic, and considering where they ended up at the end of part 2. Oh, perfect. Wait, go back. Pause. Go back. So we can talk. We can look at his face as we talk about him. Considering where they are at the end of season 3, part 2, they're probably going to be alone together for a little while. I'm just saying, it's ample time for them to elaborate on that relationship like the rumors suggest. So I think, that could totally happen. Yeah, I did see the comparisons to Jay in season 10. I feel like the difference is I think it was more dire in season 10 because, Jay was trying to propose to Nia the entire time and he thought he was going to die. So he's like, perfect timing. Here we go. Like, it's like his last chance kind of thing. Like, what did they even talk about? Frack and Sora kind of talked about like nothing. Like, he didn't confess or anything, so it's like he's not afraid of dying. What's he talking about? Sora is likely to friend zone Frack. Yeah, probably. I mean, just because, Frack has a crush on Sora, don't mean they need to do anything with that, Oh yeah, the yogurt. The yogurt conversation. Yeah, we didn't need to have that here. Come on. That's not a dire situation. Get out of here. They talked about the yogurt. They did indeed. Feel like they're trying to make Frack more comedic. Yeah, I mean, pretty much every character has their comedic moments, I really hope Frack has like some more serious moments in season 4 though. That'd be cool. Just glad Aaron and Sora are not dating. True, because they don't need to. I understand shipping them, but I don't think they need to date or nothing. I think they're fine just being besties. The way he opened his mouth caught me off guard. Me too. Thoughts on the reveal blades? I like that they come from Imperium. I liked, going back to Imperium, that whole realm having some relevance to the plot of season 3. I liked that, and obviously they look cool, right? But not really something that had that much of an impact ultimately. They were important, but it's not like, oh, these reveal blades are some kind of ancient relic or whatever. They're just kind of new weapons that the ninja make out of the prismatic blades. So, I guess that's all that there is to it. More ninjas should have used them. I can see where you're coming from in saying that. Ooh, we also have a super chat from Nat Christmas, $2 super chat. Thank you, Nat Christmas, once again. How did Rast get the forge going without a body? I assume you mean the casket of bones, like the forge in there. I think he did have a body. He definitely murdered someone to make that dragon icon. Who exactly he murdered, though, we don't know. All we saw was like a hat and a bag, We didn't actually see him put a guy in there, but he definitely put a random guy in there. Word on the street is that it's Clutch Powers. I would very much love that. I would throw a parade if that if that was the case. But yeah, we don't know for sure. All we know is that he did end up killing someone. They just showed it off screen because this is a kid's show. We can have violent deaths, we just can't show them. Yeah, it is pretty dark. That's what I'm saying, Dragon's Rising is taking some leaps here. Oh, he killed Dareth? Bro. I'm not that lucky. Wish it would be Lee. See, same energy there. Oh, it's our friend. I heard him. The guy on the motorcycle that lives on my street. He always drives past here around this time. Loud as heck. Maybe we'll hear him again later. Yeah, but thank you once again, Nat Christmas, for the super chat there. Yeah, I mean, theories, can definitely fly regarding who exactly was sacrificed. I don't think we have anything, like, definitive. It was literally just, like, someone's hat and a bag. Doesn't really narrow it down, but would be kind of cool if they showed it. But, this is a show meant for children, so we can't show the violent deaths. We can just have them. What else? What else here? How is Jay gaining his goodness back? Isn't the point of shattering goodness? Oh, it's supposed to be a permanent thing. Yeah, but I think because Jay is like a main character, they're probably going to find some way to bring his goodness back. You know, that's usually how it goes for Dragons Rising. I mean, look at, or just Ninjago in general. Like, look at Zane in season 11. Bro went on like a massacre, like a mass genocide for 60 some years. He's fine. No consequences, you know? Just never happened, you know? Who cares? So I can totally see Jay just kind of gaining his goodness back. Like, they might pull something like, oh, maybe his goodness was never truly shattered. It was just hanging on by a thread or something. It's Ninjago. They'll find a way to bring him back, even if it doesn't make, like, the most amount of sense, and even if things aren't, you know, as consequential as we'd like them to be, you know, they'll just do it. Jaya is so back. Yeah, it totally is. That's one thing that I enjoyed about Jay and especially Nia this season. Their chemistry now. Like, they still have it, you know? Jay doesn't have his memories, yet he still has chemistry with Nia. You know, perfect. Oh, go back. Perfect picture to pause on. Of them hugging. No, go back. There. Perfect. Yeah, I thought they were cool. I thought they were cute. You know, maintaining that chemistry without needing his memories back. That's why I'm saying, you know, in videos and whatnot, it would be so brave if they just did not give Jay his memories and instead just had him fall for Nia all over again. And it kind of seems like that's what they're doing, you know? He felt the need to come back to Nia. He didn't know why. He doesn't know why he feels the way that he does, but he still did. You know? So I think they might actually do that at some point. Maybe they have him fall for Nia, and then afterwards they give him his memories back. As I take a sip of my beverage, of my coffee, because I'm not caffeinated enough as it is. But yeah, I liked Zane and, or not Zane and Pixel, Jay and Nia this season. Zane and Pixel were not in this season hardly. They dipped episode 11. They were like, oh, Egult's dead. Sorry, Lloyd, we're leaving. Peace. And then they just dipped. Never to be seen again. Oh yeah, we'll use the Pace Dragons or whatever to communicate. Or no, what are they called? The little rainbow dragons? Something. They never communicated, so who cares? But yeah, they totally could have included them more. What else? What else do we got here? Would love for him to not get his memories back. Hope he doesn't. Yeah, I think that would be very brave, you know? It would definitely be unpredictable, which Dragons Rising does kind of suffer from predictability. I'd say the whole Arc Dragon coming back was very predictable. Kind of saw that coming a million miles away. What Source Dragon icon did Ras make with the casket? Yeah, because we never found out what dragon that belonged to, did we? Obviously it's not strength because he already has strength. It's probably not motion. So what does that leave? It's probably not balance because balance is dead. So that leaves either that leaves life, that leaves energy, that leaves focus. Is that it? I feel like and flow. Could be one of those four. I was gonna say, guess I'm missing one. Yeah, it could be energy. I saw someone, I think it was in my comments, they said life because he needed to kill someone to get it. I think that's just how the Casket of Bones works. Like, that's how the Forge works, not so much the Source Dragon icon, whatever. But he does have 2 dragon icons now, so I guess that's good. Good for him. One step closer to his plan. Let's see. What else here? Oh, I did want to say, too, because I saw a comment about this earlier, going back here, the whole thing with Aaron's eyes being orange in that one animation mistake in episode 14, I think it was. Yeah, definitely because he was connected to the Arc Dragon. I knew there was a reason for why Aaron's eyes were orange. You have no idea the amount of comments that were like, but when he uses Spinjitzu, his eyes glow orange. But then, you know, we figured out why. We figured out why the animation mistake was there. Thought he was gonna steal Lloyd's dragon icon. Me too. I just don't, I don't think he knows that it's there, you know? If he did know that it was there, surely he would have, you know, stolen it. Maybe he did off screen. As I take a sip of my coffee. What else? What else do we got here? Thoughts on the moment when Aaron told Ras I never should have trusted you. Yeah, I liked all of that good stuff in the Underworld. First of all, seeing the Underworld back again and, actually having the skeletons back and all that good stuff. I liked that, very nostalgic. But that battle where Aaron kind of turns on Mr. Tiger Man, good stuff. Definitely one of my favorite battles of Season 3 overall, I would say. But yeah, it was cool seeing the skeletons and all that. Very nostalgic. See ya, Danny. Have a good one. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate ya. Yes, Cruncha and Knuckle, they are back. Yet we did not get to see Rox's power, unfortunately. What about Zark's redemption? Yeah, I mean, he definitely did more stuff in the finale than he was doing the entire season. Of course, right as the Forbidden Five are kind of just irrelevant, right before that, Zark is like, hey, let me lock in a little bit and actually do something. Good for Zark. Maybe a little, too little too late at this point. Thoughts on Thunderfang's death? Yeah, I mean, Thunderfang just kind of disappears, Same deal with the Five. I don't know. It's kind of hard to care at this point, honestly, because it's like, do they even matter anymore? Probably not. Remember, I was just talking about this earlier in a video. Remember in Season 2 when the Forbidden Five were like this overarching, like looming threat in the background, and it's like, oh, watch out, guys, the Forbidden Five are coming. And then they show up, and turns out they're just working for this big evil dragon, and then the dragon eats them. They come back as ghosts, say nothing the whole time. One of them has a good fight, and then they die. We didn't even get to see, Rox's power. It's like, bro, what are we doing? I blame Thunderfang fully for that, It very much, again, feels like it was a Lego mandate. Like, hey, include an evil dragon in there somewhere. And the writers are like, oh, but we already set up the Forbidden Five. Whatever, maybe they'll work for an evil dragon. Should we set that up in Season 2? Nah, don't worry about it. Surprise for Season 3, right? I don't know. Maybe they'll come back. Maybe they won't. I feel like a lot of people are just kind of over the Forbidden Five. We can get rid of the Lee poll, by the way. A lot of people said yee for Lee. Yee for Lee. I will put up a new poll, though. Would you like to see the Forbidden Five back again? Just because I think that would be an interesting thing to see. If I could spell forbidden right, but I can't. Would you like to see the Forbidden Five back again? And again, the answers, or the options are going to be yee or nah. Alright. Would I like it? I'm going to say, I don't know. If they can do them right at a later time, then sure. But I don't need them back, if that makes sense. Like, if they never come back, I'll be like, okay, whatever. I definitely don't need to see Thunderfang again. I think Thunderfang has kind of run his course. But if they really wanted to try again, I guess sure. But again, like I said, if they never show up again, I'm not going to really feel the need to care that much, unfortunately. Like, they were cool for what they were. They had, a lot of aura, as the children say, in Season 2 at least. And then, yeah, they started working for the big skinny dragon man. And then they died. What a life story. What else, though? Yeah, a lot of people not really hyped for the Five in the chat. I get it. I understand. Totally understandable. Right now the poll is kind of like a little bit leaning towards yeah, but it's kind of split from what I can see. Thunderfang can not exist. Yeah, I think it would have been a lot better if Thunderfang just didn't exist, Like, maybe you could have still included him, but maybe he died a long time ago or something, and the Five, maybe they did work for him, but now they're independent from him. I don't know. There must have been a better way to do it. To the point where they still could have included the big evil dragon set that LEGO needed so badly for whatever reason. Do you think the elements are uncontrollable now? I mean, they're definitely having some problems, and I will say I'm very certain it's every elemental power that's having problems, not just the ones belonging to source dragons that left the council. So who left? Who do we even have left on the council? We got Motion. Oh, perfect. Go back. Stream knew what I wanted. They're like, is this what you want? Yes. So we have energy, motion, and flow, and the corpse of balance. Yeah, so the focus dragon left, the strength dragon left, totally because he's the master of Tiger Man, right? And life left. I think that one's going to be important for season 4. But yeah, all of the elemental masters are having problems. We saw Nia get a headache, and Flo is still on the council. So it's affecting everybody. I am very certain about that. I know there was a little bit of confusion in discourse and whatnot. I mean, the show didn't really explain it the best, but I think we can pretty much assume that it's every elemental master. So yeah, curious to see how that goes in season 4. Surprised life left. We hardly know anything about Flo. Yeah, I think life leaving is going to be, like I said, very important for season 4. Because, you know, everything that we've heard so far about season 4, we're supposed to find out more about Lloyd's powers, and now his powers aren't working because his source dragon again left the council, and every elemental power is kind of on the fritz. So I think there's a reason why life left specifically. We'll probably find out more in season 4. What happened to Cinder? No idea. But I would love to see him again at some point. I was just reorganizing my minifigures today, and I found my 2 Cinders, the blue one and the red one, and I was like, man, would be cool if there was a green one. Custom green Cinder. What else? They did the Source Dragons well, showed how they're not perfect in the slightest. Yeah, there's a lot of vulnerability surrounding the Source Dragons this time. I totally get what you're saying there. Yeah, because originally we kind of saw them as like these godlike beings, right? But turns out even they have mistakes. Oh, I will say, what's the deal with the cycles and all that? Because they kept on talking about how, oh, this could mean the end of this cycle or whatever. What do they mean by the cycles? Are they, like, constantly ending the world? Is everything that we saw from, like, you know, Ninjago's current run, is that all, like, this version of the world? Was there another version of the world? Like, remember Lloyd's flashbacks from season 1? Or his visions where he saw the gravestones with the ninja masks? Are those ninja that died from the previous cycle and the Source Dragons needed to destroy the whole world? I don't know. What's the deal with the cycles? They're weird. Definitely, yes. Definitely very ominous, for sure. Ooh, did you like the coconut? No, I did not. Wasn't a big fan of the coconut. Kind of a waste of time, in my opinion. A couple folks asking if Cole's getting a bigger role. I hope so. I don't know for sure, though. I know as much as you guys know. So... don't really know too much about that. I hope, because I'm a big Cole fan. Hate the coconut. Yeah, let's go back to the coconut really quick, because the coconut's kind of dumb. Like, what's the point? Power lid too. No, nasty. Yeah, is anyone a fan of Power Lid? I'm genuinely curious, because I don't think anyone really cares about Power Lid. Why are we trying to support this character? Why are we pushing this character? He's a waste of time. He makes no sense. Get him out of here. Like I've said in a previous stream, there's like a mental list of annoying characters that I never need to see again. Power Lid, Raptin. Raptin's on there too. Roby, though he's kind of important now, so I want to keep him around, I guess. Yeah, I don't get why we are continuing to push Power Lid. Yeah, Blecht is back too. I didn't mind the Blecht stuff. I mean, he's just there to, you know, spout exposition and, you know, tell the ninja why things are happening. And I guess I, you know, can see we need that to come from somewhere. At least he wasn't as irritating as he was in season 2. Yeah, I'm not seeing any Power Lid love in the chat. Not surprising. Not surprising in the slightest. Power Lid, more like Power Mid. So true. Gandelaria's friend should have been Janet. Keep the... Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that would have been so much better. Why is it Power Lid? Yeah, with Janet. Have Janet show up. Where's Janet at? Oh my gosh, that is such a good idea. They should have totally done that. Hating on Power Lid is the best. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely healthy. Yeah, the ultimate object of admiration. What an awkward title, too. It's like someone broke out his thesaurus. Did I like the Cave of Bells song? The song itself, I don't really have an issue with. I think we spent too much time messing around though with trying to learn the song, you know? Like Wildfire is singing like some random song that has nothing to do with anything. Frack keeps on messing things up, you know? I don't know. I felt like maybe that whole story arc could have been a little bit smoother, you know? That's one of my biggest issues with part 2 is just like time management is non-existent here. Oh, but Ryu did spin jitsu, so hallelujah. It's about it's about time. Yeah, Janet is Gandelaria's weird friend that she talks about like constantly. Her weird friend / rival / enemy / whatever she is. Yeah, Ryu did spin jitsu before Sora did. Yeah, I mean, Sora's got her weird little proto-Aaron spin jitsu going on, you know, but I feel like at this point she probably should have a full tornado. Who knows, maybe we will see that in the next season, since all of the new ninja are kind of together, you know, maybe they all teach each other spin jitsu. Hooray for that. Love how it showed Fritz was traumatized by Craig. Actual season 11 continuity things. Yeah, that's great, you know. I mean, it's not great for Fritz, you know. Little, what is he, like a raven? A bird? Some kind of bird? Little bird guy. Not good for him, but, you know, good for Ninjago lore, I guess. I thought that was kind of cool. How did Balance die? We don't know, at least I don't think. All we know is that he was extinguished somehow. Totally reincarnated as Ryu. The show's humor continues to demonstrate how I'm not the target audience. But you know, why not make random things happen for the sake of funny? Okay, funny you should say that, Jazzy, because I was watching Season 3 Part 2 with Kat, right? That was her takeaway too, that the season is kind of prioritizing random equals funny. And she's like, I can tell this was written by millennials, and I'm like, yeah, you're not wrong there. Mm-hmm. So yeah, funny you should say that. Kind of does feel like they're doing a random equals funny kind of meme. Ooh, Thunderfang should have been the Forbidden Five's pet. That's a good idea too. You know, Lego could have still had the evil dragon set, and the Forbidden Five would not have suffered. Good idea. Do you think Season 4 will leak? Part 2 definitely. Part 1 probably not. But Part 2 is definitely getting leaked. I've come to the conclusion that every Part 2 is going to be leaked now for whatever season we are on. So, might not need to wait that long for Season 4 Part 2 after Season 4 Part 1. It's probably going to come out at the same time. It's probably going to release before at this point, let's be real. Ever thought of watching Ninjago? No. I don't like that show. Why do you people keep recommending this stupid Ninjago show to me? I'm not gonna watch it. Anyway, what else should we talk about regarding the new Ninjago season? Did Season 1 Part 2 get leaked? The first 5 episodes did, I remember. It wasn't as dramatic or as drastic as the Season 2 and Season 3 Part 2 leaks. But yeah, it still leaked at least a little bit before the actual release. Not as bad as the other 2 seasons, but still kind of bad. Tiger Man. Should we discuss Mr. Tiger Man? So Mr. Tiger Man, at the end of this epic season, has done 2 things. Or wait, 3 things. Yeah, he's done 3 things, okay? He's split the ninjas apart, you know, using the portal gates. He has put on this excellent outfit consisting of bone armor and a bone mask. Just legendary stuff there. I need that design as a minifigure. You have no idea. And he kidnapped an old man and put him in a box. It's progress, you know? Everyone needs a hobby. My hobby is, you know, watching movies. His hobby is putting old men in boxes. Yeah, there we go. Okay, go back. Yeah, old man in the box. Tiger Man's going feral? Yes, indeed. Tiger Man is going feral. Oh, there he is.
Father would not want you to do this, brother.
I don't know if you guys heard him. Motorcycle Man. Vroom vroom. Yeah. 10 years spinning. Thank you very much for the $2 super chat. 10 years spinning. Remember when they tried to make power lids similar to Kai? Yeah, Kai had that weird little heart to heart with him or something. And then he, what did he do? Did he throw a fire blast at his jewels or something? Is that what happened? Yeah, kind of weird. Again, why are we pushing power lid? But thank you, 10 years spinning, for the $2 super chat. But yeah, Tiger Man. I need that minifigure. There was someone that made a pretty cool like 3D printed version of it, but I can't buy it because it's like some like Chinese website or something. It's kind of hard to navigate. Not sure if I fully trust it. But I'm hoping Lego puts it up as a minifigure at some point, because that would be a day one purchase for me, because that design is amazing. Again, it's combining, what I like about it, I think more so, is it's combining the original run of Ninjago with like the current main villain. And I just think that's awesome. But what else did Tiger Man do? Oh my god, yes. Tiger Man destroyed Geo, Mr. Frohickey, and Rontu. First of all, amazing hype moment during that battle when Mr. Frogman, we got Frogman v Tiger Man, when Frogman says something's coming from the east, and then Rontu, oh my god, and then Rontu shows up. Loved that. That was amazing. That was excellent. The battle itself I enjoyed a lot too. I mean, you know, like I said in my review, credit where credit's due. They tried their best, but they were no match for Tiger Man. Yep, he did know that Egult died. Oh, by the way, Egult died. That's that was a scene. Made me cry a whole bunch every time. Can we get Geo out from underneath the training grounds? Yeah, he's just gonna be down there for a little while, I guess. Don't worry about it. He'll be okay. Yeah, Geo did put up a good fight. He got rid of the armor, so that was good. And yeah, you know, like I said, credit where credit's due. There was a little bit of, people have been saying it's similar to the Perry the Platypus line from Phineas and Ferb, when Rontu is like, 1 dragon icon? 2 dragon icons? Just thought that was kind of funny. Yep, Zarkar mentioned too. Zarkar would be ashamed, as if Zarkar totally isn't the master of Tiger Man. Like, come on. It's either him, the Overlord, or Strength Dragon. It's gotta be one of those three. Or maybe someone else, who knows. Yeah, but Egult died, and that was very sad, very heartfelt. I love that Cole was there, just for, like, moral support. You know, he didn't know that guy. As far as we know, he never trained under Egult. So, it was kind of, you know, it's a sad scene, right? And I'm not trying to make light of the dragon dying here, because it was very sad. But it was kind of funny just seeing Cole stand in the background like, yeah, I knew him, totally. Yeah, but for real, Egult passing was very sad. Wildfire's reaction to that was heartbreaking. And I gotta give props to Andrew Francis as Egult, though, for that voice performance being as stellar as it was. That was incredible. The range on that man is insane. We also have a super chat here, 10 years spinning, $2 super chat. Thank you very much. How well do you think Lloyd is as a master so far? He's still trying to find his footing, but I think he's doing okay for, you know, what he is. You know, he's trying his best, and I think that's all that matters. He's imperfect, but he cares. And ultimately, you know, they talk up Master Wu a lot in this season. My favorite line is from episode 11, where Lloyd is like, Master Wu somehow always found a way to keep us together. It's like, you mean during many of the OG seasons when you guys were split apart for no reason? Yeah, kept you together, did he? But no, like I was saying, Master Wu's not perfect either. So Lloyd being imperfect, I get it.
Would not want you to do this,
I'm also not saying that name. I'll call you Giggle. Thank you, Giggle, for the $1.99 super chat. Appreciate the G-Man, Mr. Giggle. Did Cole learn Rising Dragon technique or no? I mean, I don't think so. We never saw it happen on screen. And right now, I'm not really sure if he needs to learn it, because the Forbidden Five are kind of just donezo. But maybe he learned it off screen. Like I said, though, it was just kind of awkward seeing him in the background. Like, yeah, Yeah, literally, my friends are here, so I'm here too. They told me there would be cake, so I showed up for the funeral, obviously. Why can't Morrow use wind? Because it's Euphrasia's power now. Is Rontu dead now? Probably not. I think she's still okay. Keep waiting for Aaron's parents to die, not maliciously just expecting it. Yeah, I was kind of expecting them to bite it during the monastery battle, you know? Like Tiger Man is like, oh, okay, you've been dead for a while anyway. Might as well kill you for real. Christian? Thank you for the sub. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. I pronounced it 3 different ways, but hopefully one of those was correct. But I appreciate the sub. Thank you very much. Any theories about where the ninja ended up? I talked about earlier how there's a theory, not my theory, but a theory, that Lloyd and Aaron ended up in the Neverrealm. It's just not snowy there at the moment, so I'll talk more about that in a future video. I think Kai, Jay, and Nia definitely ended up in the Land of Monsters. I think that's pretty much the common consensus at this point. Thank you, Pillow Fort, for the sub. What's the other location? Oh, the weird... Yeah, the plains. Okay, hold on. Go back. The plains of whatever this place is. This has got to be the same place that the Shadow Dojo got teleported to at the end of Season 2, Part 1. Definitely ended up here. So I reckon this group of ninja, they're probably going to find the Shadow Dojo at some point. Maybe use it to their advantage. Yeah, it could be Chima related too. You know, the wildness, but maybe more specifically Chima. I gotcha. I totally understand that theory. Yes, the nowhere place. 10 years spinning, $2 super chat. Thank you once again. Remember they said Lee gives shoulder rubs. Yeah, he does do that. Adding to his creep factor, I guess you could say. How we doing on this poll here? I think we can end it here. A lot of people do want to see the 5 back, it seems. Once again, thank you 10 years spinning for the $2 super chat. Appreciate that. Let's see. Yeah, it could be Chima. Or maybe, like, again, just a greater area of the wildness. What else here? What else should we talk about? Who do you think the administrator is? It's hard to say because I know that the show is never going to touch on who exactly that is, but I don't know. It would be funny for it to be Garmadon, you know, going back to some place in the realm of madness, but this time he's the administrator. Got to be someone that knows Jay, right? Considering that they specifically requested Jay. I think that's what they said in part 2. Where's Morrow? We don't know. Probably somewhere, maybe nowhere. The show didn't explain. The administrator is Doc Wyatt. So true. Jay's mom would be cool, though. You know, nice little twist there. But alas, it can't be that big of a twist because, again, the show's never going to explain that. So hooray for that. Hooray for unsolved mysteries. But I think they said that they would be open to showing it in other media, I think is what they said. So maybe like a book or, you know, maybe not a short, but maybe somewhere. Hopefully not just in a post on Twitter. Or sorry, Blue Sky now, because we don't use Twitter no more. As I take a sip of my coffee. Should probably finish it, but I'm not going to chug it on stream. What else here? Yeah, it's probably not a con. I think he's still in the teapot. Unless Clutch Powers awakened him, which... high possibility. What's with the ninja in their dragon forms in the leaked picture? Yeah, so for those that don't know, we've had this Season 4 leak for a while where it shows the ninja in, like, these dragon-inspired outfits. Kind of similar to how the Dragonians look. They have, like, the wings on the back and all that good stuff, too. I'm curious to see what exactly that is, because Season 3 Part 2 kind of left us with 0 clues about, you know, what all of that could mean. It's probably not something like dragon form. It almost feels like maybe they just have dragon-inspired outfits for whatever reason. Strong possibility, though. The show is just going to have them with those new outfits at the beginning of Season 4 no questions asked, you know, just nothing, you know, nothing to, no context, nothing to actually explain where these outfits come from, because they never really do that. The ninja just always have the new suits when they need them. Whatever they look like in the sets is how they look like in the show. Little to no time, very rarely do they have any story reason, I will say. What else? What else should we talk about here? Not sure how long this stream is going to be. I'm thinking we'll probably go for a full hour, so we still have a few more minutes. Maybe longer if we talk about other stuff, but totally at least an hour here. Let's see. Did you like the flutes and the spectral dragonians? I thought that it was creepy, you know, the flutes and how they sound and all that. I wish I would have seen some context as to where exactly these spectral dragonians came from. Like, what are they? Are they dead dragonians? Are they cursed dragonians? Are they just hallucinations conjured by Thunderfang or the Five? Like what are they? You know? Obviously, with the sets, LEGO deemed dragonians to be ghosts, but the show never really explained it, so I have no idea. I thought that they were cool. Again, I just kind of wish we had more explanation as to why they were as they were, because it's kind of weird. Any Season 4 set news? I mean, we have the list of sets, like the list of leaked sets that have been rumored for a little while now, and that's about it. We don't really have any images of anything aside from some minifigures of, again, the aforementioned Dragon Ninja, and some monster minifigures too. Giggle donates $1.99 and says, want to see Rast fight the OG ninja, not just Aaron and Sora. Oh, like take on the entire team at some point? That could be kind of cool, because we've certainly seen him battle like OG ninja before. I'm still waiting for my Cole versus Tiger Man battle, because they both have hammers traditionally. I would like to see that battle actually happen at some point. Two powerhouses, both with hammers. Make it happen. But thank you, Giggle, for the super chat. Appreciate you. I think Zane's true death is going to be in Season 4. I mean, crazier things have happened, I guess. They'll always, bring him back, though. Death is never permanent in the world of Ninjago unless you're Dr. Julian, in which case you die never to be seen again. What if Skylar is working in the administration? I mean, it's possible. Like I said, I doubt the administrator stuff will ever be revealed, so I guess it could be anyone that you headcanon, Don't see why. Like how Jay is starting to feel like his old self again. Yeah, for sure. It's kind of nice having Jay back. It's kind of like a breath of fresh air. I feel like we had the break from Jay that we needed, and now he's back and he's doing something a little bit different, a little bit more interesting than what we've seen for a lot of the, from a lot of the older, or the newer seasons of the older show. If I could collect my thoughts here. Bottom line, yeah, Jay's back. It's nice to see him back. I think he's going to do good stuff in Season 4. Yep, Wild Brain Jay was definitely something. He certainly existed. Ooh, Zeatrix going after Jay? Maybe, because, he never fulfilled her request, her bounty. Could totally see that. Would be a nice way to bring Zeatrix back into the picture. Ooh, any comment on Xanth's new form? Yeah, Xanth kind of evolved, right? Speaking of which, Ninjago too. You guys see how big Ninjago was now? That's crazy. Ericor certainly putting in the work there. But yeah, Xanth kind of evolved. That was cool. I still think Xanth got done dirty in the sets. Because have you guys seen the Lego model for Xanth? Looks nothing like her. I think they need to redo her at some point. Would love that. Yep, Xanth looks very pretty. I agree. I like her new look. Did they tease a new Xanth set? I would hope so, because I think we need it. Talk about Wildfire and Roby. I mean, they show up at the City of Temples, right? Roby's a zombie. And I'm like, oh no, something bad happened to Roby. What a shame, right, guys? We totally feel bad about this. But no, Wildfire's emotions were, acceptable. They were expected. They were fine. She reacted how I expected her to. I just can't really bring myself to care about Roby too much, unfortunately. Should we look at the set list for season 4? Because I think we can. I'm getting a few season 4 set questions here. We could totally pull up the list really quick if you guys would like, kind of see what there is to see. It's all just rumors and, the traditional leaks and stuff. Like, as usual, things are subject to change, not final, but we can totally look at what we have so far. Let me pull up the chat on my phone so we can look at this here. I've shown this in many, many videos before, so we're not going to spend too much time on it, but totally wouldn't mind going over it quick, especially now that Season 3 is kind of donezo. Okay, where are we at? I think we are at here. Yes. Okay. Okay, 1 second. Close that. Open that. Can I share my screen? Yes. Okay. So right here, this is the rumored set list specifically for Season 4. We do have the summer 2026 sets in terms of set numbers and all of the 15th anniversary stuff. So I guess screenshot all that if you'd like. But this is what we have for Season 4 specifically. And it's a lot of stuff that, again, could totally change. Not final. These early leaks are definitely subject to change. Don't take any of this as fact. Things probably will change. But as of right now, this is what we are looking at. Again, no pictures really aside from a few minifigures being out there, like the monsters and some of the dragon ninja. I think we're in for some cool stuff for Season 4 specifically. The Dragon of Life down there at the bottom is probably the Source Dragon of Life. Would not be surprised. A couple of other random sets in there too. Honestly, the Season 4 sets don't really interest me for 2026 as much as the anniversary sets do. Like, these sound amazing. Like, I want all of these. Maybe not the Jay's Dragon mech fight, like the Juniors 4+1 there at the bottom. But the 4 weapons blacksmith, the old town, whatever that ends up being, the anniversary display, absolutely. But yeah, in terms of Season 4, that's what we're looking at there. Let's head back to the Season 3 pictures. What do you guys think about all of that? We're also gonna kick this person out for spamming. Please don't spam. There's a lot of people in the chat right now. I can't see every comment. And honestly, the spamming of the comments kind of makes me not want to answer them, so... What is the treehouse? I don't know. It's got to be some type of weird, like a treehouse. I'm not sure what significance it would have in Season 4. Maybe it's part of the realm that Lloyd and Aaron are in now, because trees. I don't know. Could be anything. Zarkt almost ended Nia. Yeah, like I said earlier, Zarkt really brought it in the final episode for no reason. He's like, oh, season's almost over. Time for me to make my mark. So weird. Would love at some point to get each Source Dragon as a set. I would like that too. I think it would be rather awesome to have a full lineup of all 7 Source Dragons by the time Dragons Rising wraps up. They might want to get on that though, because as of right now, we are only 3 seasons in, and we only have 1. Well, 2 if you count the Dragon of Life. But I don't know, maybe Balance doesn't need one. We have Ryu as a set already because, Ryu's totally going to be a Source Dragon. Would bet money on that. I'd bet my house on that, TBH. As I take a sip of my coffee. What realm are you excited to see? I'm just curious to see what these realms are that they ended up in, But if Kai, Nia, and Jay are in the Land of Monsters, I think that would be so cool, to finally see Kai talk about the Land of Monsters in the actual Ninjago series as it is. Would love that. No, this isn't Ninjago related. What do you think of the new Lightning McQueen set? I sent it to my dad because he has the Speed Champions Ferrari, and he was like, "Yeah, let me get that one. How much is it?" You know. So I think it's kind of cool though too. If I see it in the store, maybe I'll pick it up. Because I was a big fan of Cars, like the movie, when I was younger. So low-key might feel a little nostalgic if I see it on the shelf. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'd buy you a Power Lid figure. Not even sure if I would buy a Power Lid figure. Is there even like a Power Lid custom or anything like that? Ninjago Power Lid custom. Let's just, oh dear Lord. There are indeed custom Power Lids. Oh, that's just great. Yeah, if you want to look that up, go on to Google. Punch in Ninjago Power Lid Custom. You will see some customs. Who in their right mind would make Power Lid for their collection? Whatever. Power Lid Customs do exist. I just searched it up. I don't need Power Lid Customs. I'm good. How do you feel about Gandalaria? I like Gandalaria. I think she is very pretty in terms of a design. Not the biggest fan of her voice, but I like her design. Do a Lee custom. Oh, check out my Instagram. I just posted a Lee custom a few days ago. Link to that is in the description. Totally go over there and give that a look-see if you'd like. Pretty easy to make. Because he's just a normal guy. I'll call him Norm Hall, because he's just a normal guy. Anything else that we should talk about here? Because we can probably wrap up here soon. We just hit an hour into the stream. An hour, 3 minutes to be exact. So, anything else that we should discuss? Anything kind of like in general we should talk about? Loved Gandalaria. She ate up her ass at the beginning. Oh yeah, I like when she goes up to him and she's like, "You do look like a very angry cat man." I'm like, "Yep, that's exactly what he is. That is exactly what he is." Nailed it perfectly. The Death Star. Yeah, kind of a scam, low-key. I mean, I'm not like a Star Wars fan. I'm not a Star Wars collector. Thank God, because that thing is a scam. Way too expensive for its own good. It's like a sliver of the actual thing. The back is unfinished. Apparently they include like an image on the box with a vehicle that doesn't actually come in the set. What a scam. Yeah, I did see the back of it. Ugly. It's just like, dude, for $1,000? That's insane. Scam with a capital scam. My goodness. Yeah, once again, I wake up every morning thankful that I'm not a Star Wars fan. I feel bad for Star Wars fans, though, because you guys are getting scammed. Like, clear as day. If Ninjago ever does any of that, though, you best believe I'm going to be making a big stink about it. Yet another reason why I dislike Lego sometimes as a company. Yep, it's $1,000 for a piece of junk. At least in my opinion. Do you think we will see Akita? Yeah, so Doc Wyatt has been kind of vocal over on Blue Sky about how he can't really answer any Akita related questions, It's like, oh, just wait and see. So I think there's a high chance that we could see Akita back again. Again, if Lloyd and Aaron are in the Neverrealm for whatever reason, yeah, totally. Yep, same with Harumi as well. So some folks are saying, oh, season 4, Lloyd, Harumi, and Akita love triangle. Yeah, I don't know if we really need to see that, I feel like we barely survived the first love triangle as a community. Do we need a new one? Think Akita is dead. Time passes a lot faster in the Neverrealm. Yeah, I feel like that's been debunked though, hasn't it? Because I know that's what they said at one point in time, but I'm pretty sure they went back and retconned it so that Zane got sent back in time for some reason, like Asphira's magic for literally no reason whatsoever sent her back in time or something, or sent Zane back in time or something stupid like that, and he just kind of like sat there for 60 years because he went back in time. I don't know. It's weird. I'm sure season 4 will finally answer that, though. Because, again, we've been getting very mixed signals. Like, season 11 itself very much suggests that time passes differently. But the folks behind the scenes are like, nope, time travel. So I don't know. I guess it'll be up to interpretation until we see season 4. Which I really hope Akita comes back so we can answer that question. Because, yeah, if time does pass differently, she's definitely dead. like, we are on, like, Akita's, like, great-great-great-grandchild or something. But, I don't know. We will see. I did see the We Rise remix. Still not a fan of that song. Can I email you later about an idea for Stream 700? Sure. Feel free. As I hear my cat Momo bat around a little bell in the hallway. Mommy, did you find a toy? You were napping this whole time, but now you're awake. Yes, come here. Come see the peoples on the streams. Well, you can't see the peoples, but, you know, you can be in their presence. Yes, my cat Momo is here. She has woken up from her nap, and she immediately goes for the wires. Nope. I don't think so, Miss Missy. You don't need wires. It's like the last thing you need. Literally. Oh, they're all saying hi. Hi to you, kitty. They're all saying hi. Momo, can you go? Brr? No, she's not very vocal today. But that's okay. Is your cat cute? I'd say so. If you want to see pictures of my cats, once again, check out my Instagram. We post pictures of the cats sometimes over there. It's been a minute since I've posted one of you guys, though. Maybe we should post one a little later. We certainly are in no shortage of cute Momo and Waffle pictures. Could do a whole photo dump with you guys. Next Thursday, are you going to be using my quiz? That's the plan, Monty. Hopefully, Blookit is fixed by then. If not, we're going to have to figure out something else to do with that quiz, but we totally will next week in some capacity. I'm hoping it's, like, fixed by then, though, you know, like the actual website. Nothing wrong with your quiz. It's just the website's being dumb for no reason. They are, I checked. Awesome. So, yeah, we totally could. For sure. What else? Anything else that we should talk about here? Otherwise, we can probably wrap things up here for tonight's stream. Right, Momo? Yeah, you're looking for attention. Probably looking for food, but it's not quite time to feed you guys just yet. Still got a few hours. No, get away from the wires. Come on. No. Back it up. Thank you. Don't need to be going by the wires. Need a new hairdo for Jay for season 4. I agree. Would love that. Yeah, season 4. I'm excited for season 4, though. Like, real talk, I think season 4 is going to be awesome. There's a lot going into season 4 just based on the end of season 3 that I am excited for. So I'm curious to see what all of that shapes up to be. Oh, I was going to ask, by the way, too, because I know this has been kind of a point of discussion, and I do want to do a video about this soon. What do you guys think of the whole Lloyd with purple eyes thing? Because I've seen people kind of freaking out how it's like a hint to Lloyd's Oni form. And I'm like, well, I mean, I think it's just because he was controlling the Arc Dragon, or he had some kind of connection to the Arc Dragon. But I know people, you know, they see Lloyd with purple eyes and they're like, Oni form, it's coming back. It's like, is it though? You know? Because it kind of sounded like he just had some kind of connection to the Arc Dragon, but sure. Oni Lloyd is back. For sure, right? Yeah, I think it looks cool. Definitely reminds me of all the Oni stuff, but I think they made it pretty clear in the show what it was. So I'm not sure why it's like an Oni thing for some people. They kind of said in the show what it was. But hey, theories are theories. Like I said, I'll probably talk about that in an upcoming video more extensively. Come on, Momo, back away from the wires. Thank you. Thank you. I liked Aaron with the orange eyes, too. That was kind of cool. Say what you will about the battle where, hey, we need to control the Arc Dragon. I know some people found that kind of dumb, but I liked how it showed Aaron and Lloyd working together. back again once again as bros, or as, student and master. When do you think season 4 part 1 will come out? Probably April of 2026, if I had to guess. Probably sometime around that area, just because of the patterns that the previous releases have provided. Or, we could see it maybe, I don't know, maybe in March, just because part 2 came out a little bit earlier this year. Usually it comes out in October, but this year was September. Maybe in March. Definitely spring at some point. Ain't no way we're getting it like January. I'm sure the marketing will start around maybe January, February, and we will for sure see the sets getting announced in less than 3 months, or no, December 1st. Around that time, we'll probably see the sets get announced. So we will have season 4 content and season 4 speculation to talk about, but in terms of the actual episodes, probably not until March or April. Also, Aaron was like, I don't want to be a ninja for 2 episodes, changed his mind. Yeah, I get what you mean there. Kind of did feel a little pointless. Kat has an issue with Aaron where, so the scene towards the beginning of part 2, right, where they go to that weird village, Abracalabria, and the folks there start attacking Lord Ras because he starts attacking them or whatever, and then they go after Aaron and Sora. Aaron's like, what are you going after us for? Or something like that. I'm paraphrasing. And Kat's like, what do you mean? It's because you're with him. That's why they're going after you. And she's like, I can't stand when Aaron does that, man. Where he's like, why do they think I'm a villain? It's because you're hanging out with villains. I just thought that was funny. I'll have her explain it more when she's here on stream next, but I just thought that was really funny. Yeah, I can't even say what Sora said. Wasn't Abracalabria. It was something else altogether. She's like, what do you mean, Aaron? It's because you're hanging out with this villain, and you and Sora, you guys made these bikes for him. You are associated with him. What do you mean? Just thought that was funny. Let's see. Season 4 is going to be insane. I agree. How does Kat like Lee? She thinks that he's creepy, which I think everyone can agree that he's pretty creepy. Like I said, as soon as Lee duplicated himself, Kat was like, nope, that's creepy. Lee gives off Wattpad writer vibes. My goodness. What else? Anything else? We got I guess a little bit more time. If we have stuff to talk about that we haven't talked about already. I'm starting to see repeats in questions, which again, totally understandable. I doubt everyone in the chat now has been here the entire stream. We did talk about who got sacrificed for the dragon icon. Might want to head back and check that out. Who is Agent Etha? Agent Etha? Who is she? I gotta look it up. Is she that snake that was in the administration, the one that was dancing? Is that what you guys are talking about? Oh yeah, it is. Agent. I didn't really think much of her. Kind of annoying. I didn't really care for her whole story about dancing or whatever. I don't know. No, I don't have any thoughts about that. Sorry to say. Didn't even remember that she existed until just now. So, let her talk about her culture. Don't be disrespectful. I didn't care about the snake's culture. I was just like, guys, can we move it along here? We're spending too much time in the administration. Total BS, by the way. They did not need to go to the administration. They could have just went straight to the land of Lee. No questions asked. Obviously in the context of the show, they needed to. But from a writing perspective, we did not need to go to the administration. We did not. There was no reason to. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the gym shorts bit either. We have a bet going, me and Kat, right now. It's $10. If she laughs at a joke in season 3 part 2 then she owes me $10. If she doesn't laugh, I owe her $10. So how cooked am I? Is there any joke in part 2 that'll actually make her laugh? There was a funny one that Lee said that I thought was funny, and she thought it was funny too, but she didn't laugh. I don't know. I think I might owe her $10 because I don't think she's gonna laugh. Oh man, whatever. I'll give her $10. I don't care anymore. You've bested me, Ninjago. Yeah, I'm not sure if the unicorn's gonna make her laugh. Did you already talk about Thunderfang's defeat? Very briefly we did. I'm not like the biggest fan of it because it just kind of happens, you know? Like he just kind of dies and that's it. And it's like, oh, okay. Whatever. Thought it could have been handled a little bit better. Thoughts on Wildfire's driving? I mean, it went about as well as I'd expect it to go. I do like the idea, though, of the boat being a gift from Roby. That was kind of funny. I think Thunderfang is a poor ripoff of Unicron. Could totally see it. Anything else that we should talk about here? Because I think we can probably wrap it up there. Roby's spoiling her. Yeah. Oh, by the way, continuity error on the boat, right? Cole's like, nobody ever gave me anything for saving their life. I don't know. Didn't you guys get like a whole bounty gifted to you by the city for saving them at the beginning of season 10? Continuity mistake, Cole. Oh, what the hey, dude. Anything else, though? Because I'm about ready to wrap it up. Yeah, Doc did say that the Source Dragon icons can be destroyed. I think that'll most definitely come into play a little bit later. I do have that on the schedule to, talk about that in an upcoming video. That will most definitely be discussed. Along with the idea of, hey, how can the balance people have their powers if the balance dragon is dead? Apparently there's more on that coming too, like more context, so that's going to be exciting to see. Let's do one more question before we wrap up for this evening. Like I said, I'm about ready to wrap her up, so let's do one more question, one more discussion, one more thing. I will say, though, in the chat really quick, or I will put a poll in the chat. I'm going to do a general poll. Did you like Season 3, Part 2? Going to put ye. I'm going to put 3 options. I'm going to put ye, nah, or kinda. Just in case you guys found it like 50-50. Do a video on Lee? Definitely will. I've talked about him before, but now I can actually, do a proper video with images of the guy since the season's out. So that'll be exciting. Let's see. Let's do one more thing. One more question here. Ooh. What should we do? What should we talk about? What should we talk about, eh? Oh, that's a great question. What promise did the Source Dragons keep for the first Spinjitzu Master, or not keep? That's a very good question. Curious to hear what you guys think about that, because the Source Dragons did mention some kind of promise. I don't think it's ever been said explicitly in the show. Could be wrong in saying that, but I don't know. My first thought was it had something to do with the balance or like the powers of Wu and Garmadon, or maybe it goes back to the dragon cores from season 1 and, the ability to stop the merge or whatever. It's got to mean something with all of that, right? It's one of those mysteries, you put it on the list, hopefully it gets answered eventually. Hopefully. Because some stuff you kind of need to answer. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Could be the dragon cores, powers of the balanced Source Dragon. Maybe. Though I feel like it kind of seems like the balanced dragon doesn't really have anything to do with Wu or Garmadon. Kind of just feels like they just have regular powers there in the balanced dragon. I don't know. It's got to mean something big. It's got to mean something crazy. Apparently the promise is broken now, so who knows? Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I need to watch the season again. Who's to say? How we doing on the poll? Did you like Season 3 Part 2? Most people are voting yee. We got a few votes for kinda, and a few votes for nah. But most people said yee, so I think we're going to go with that, you know. Overly positive response, I will say. We will be doing a video very soon, and I'll probably put up the community tab post tomorrow. I would like to do a hot takes video about Season 3 Part 2 now that it's out, you know. So expect that tomorrow. The video would be coming probably a few days after that, maybe up to like a week, somewhere in that span. So hot takes are coming back. Curious to see how these hot takes go, though, because I feel like a lot of people, there's like a very general consensus about a lot of things, but we will see. Once again, look forward to that post tomorrow. Going to be up at some point tomorrow. Make your hot takes known. In the meantime, would just like to remind you guys again that I have indeed reviewed every single episode of Season 3 Part 2 on the channel now. If you would like to see my thoughts on any specific episode, check out those reviews. In the meantime, I think we're going to wrap it up there for stream this evening. That was a stream talking about some Season 3 Part 2 spoilers, because spoilers are awesome. By the way, spoilers will be, again, banned from the chat now for the next week or so. So keep that in mind if you plan on attending any streams next week. In the meantime, thank you all so much for swinging on by for this one. Streams are possible Monday to Friday, 6 to 7, with the guaranteed trivia every Thursday here on the streams and the channel and whatnot. Until then, like I said, thank you all so much for joining us here. Let's get some hugs in the chat, because we are just about at the end of stream, and the usual steaks and the milk. Donde está steak and milk? There it is. All right, perfect, awesome. Look at all the steaks and the milks. I'm actually hungry, so it's kind of tempting. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed tonight's little spoiler talk live stream. Hope you had fun hanging out, talking all things spoilers for Season 3 Part 2. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we will talk to you guys again next time. Peace.